So what an important game this is for Fiji, looking for their first win of the weekend, having been humbled by England earlier on today, losing 31-10. And Wales, Rob Wickerman might suffer the backlash here.
Very much so. It's always a tentative run out when you know the team you're running out against has just been beaten quite severely in the first game, especially for a team like Fiji. So expect there to be fireworks, very much so. A lot of attention on that man again we see there, Jared Hayne. But one thing you're always going to get in a Fiji team is the ability to switch off in between games. They understand it's a game of rugby and they will come out all guns blazing.
And inspiration, biblical verses on the bandages around the wrists there. And Wales know that they're in for a tough battle here. Luke Morgan, who's made the extended squad, the GB squad for the Olympic Games, but the captain Luke Treharne sits this one out. Taking charge is Nick Bryant from New Zealand. So Wales to kick off from right to left through Ethan Davis. And the significance, of course, of this match for Fiji is that they are the reigning series champions and they need to get to the cup quarterfinals to retain their crown. And bearing in mind that they have Australia to come in their final pool match.
It's going to be a tough ask, and just speaking to Ben Ryan in the tunnel previously was really focusing on errors and restarts, and we've just seen a combination of the two. Fiji need to get to grips with their restart. They need the ball, and Simon at the same time need to really stop their errors that we've seen in the last game.
The man on the ball there is Rodri Williams, 3 international caps to his name. The Scarlets scrum half on his way to Bristol next season. So could be playing Premiership rugby, with that to be determined, of course, next week. Morgan Williams.
Kind of high tackle, number 2.
First taste of a Fijian tackle, the youngster.
Number 2, high tackle.
He placed on his debut in Singapore. Nick Bryant waiting for advantage, which never accrued.
Yeah. You can't underestimate the physicality as Ben looks on his team with Chris Cracknell in the background. Their physicality on the pitch is just something you would not believe for very humble people off it.
Yeah, with the baseball cap there was Chris Cracknell, former England favourite. Wales looking for the opening score here through the speedster, Morgan! And the touch judge had a second look at that one before he put his flag in the air.
He's in touch.
Wouldn't mind having another look at that one.
Nice work.
How close was Luke Morgan?
Very close, showing his prowess down the far side. Interestingly, on the technique of it, didn't transfer the ball till very late on, which meant that he couldn't quite get a good enough fend on the oncoming Bidi.
So Fiji behind their own try line. And they're dangerous from anywhere on the park. Kitioni Talinga. Fijian at number 10. This is Samisoni Viri. Wales
Steel's good, play on.
Battling for every scrap of possession here. It's advantage Fiji.
Knock on. Okay. Okay.
It's a good start here from Wales, having lost to Australia first time out, 22-10. Let's have a look.
Bit of a boot to the face there. You often get those near rucks.
Lloyd Evans is the man being asked the questions. Young Ospreys flanker.
Come on. Crouch. Points. Sit.
So Fiji get the put in some 10 metres out from their own try line. Taken in there by Talinga.
We had a rack.
2 4, that's nice. Isaki Katonimbao, here he is, the high stepping Katonimbao. Fiji on the run here downfield, didn't go forward, picked up by Big Billy Mata. Back to Katonimbao, cuts back inside Rodri Williams from one end of the park to the other. Now then, did he lose it? Oh my goodness me.
possession forwards in the actual scoring.
So you think where he has? You want to check it?
Yes, please.
Well, Ben Ryan will be livid.
I think he expected to slide underneath the post there, win, but sadly went a little bit prematurely and did not get a favourable bounce off the turf.
Okay. No try.
That is remarkable.
Here's your mark.
Try not given. So a let off for Wales.
Crouch.
Such good work by Katonibau, getting in close enough to be able to finish it, but just not quite having the nous to realise it's not that slippery.
Williams scoops it out. But Davis, long boot downfield, giving chases. Luke Morgan willing the ball to stay on the field of play. It's a good clearance kick, relieving the pressure.
Often find when you're playing against Fiji, when you really do try and slow it down, look for those line kicks, make sure that you're going to set piece, because they're not that well versed at line-outs.
Luke Morgan, Wales' all-time top try scorer. Fiji, well, they've lost two dramatic finals back-to-back, and Wales come again, this time through Rodri Williams. That neat little hitch kick, can't get away from the Fijian defence though, and the attentions of Kitchione Tilinga. Well, you can't take your eyes off this match for 1 minute.
Great offload out the contact from Jenkins. They're getting the ball free, trying a little stop-start. Didn't quite stop Tilinga enough, kept his momentum and slid him out into touch.
Play on.
So 2 minutes 30 remaining of the first half as Fiji look to get the ball away from inside their own 22. Tuai to Kolinisau, the captain, and this time surely concentration is what is needed here. And this time Samisoni Viriviri will surely make sure that the grounding is good.
Good to see the yellow boots flying down the turf, as we saw quite often on the circuit win, and all came from what we mentioned, that set piece. Clearly Chris Cracknell doing his homework, understanding that the lifting pod can move further back, trust the throw of Jerry Tuai, which was outstanding. Straight away you create a situation where there's one man on the overlap. You get Kolinisau in a position to join that winger. Luke Morgan had to step in at the end there, and Viriviri doing what he does.
So the conversion from in front of the post. As we look again. Out quickly into the hands of Samisoni Viriviri. Kolinisau was the link man, the captain. So the opening score goes Fiji's way. The minute remaining of the first half, palmed down by William Mata. Tuai, the dancing feet of Jerry Tuai. Great handling skills here from Fiji. The dancing feet of Samisoni Viriviri, lost forward though. Wales want to counter. Morgan had called for it early out wide. Evans. Jenkins, he's got pace. Leaves it for Rodri Williams. Ethan Davis.
Turn the shoulder, play on.
Dragged down like a rag doll. Thomas. Oh, straight into the hands of a Fijian player, and that's opened the door for Jerry Tuai. Well, cruel luck for Wales, who are battling to get out of their own 22.
The supermen of Fiji clearly do have some kryptonite buried in that 5-metre line. They can't quite breach it, but on this occasion it was. We need to see that piece of skill again. Out and out Fiji. Adam Thomas, intelligent play, keeping the ball on the floor. That little flick there, that is not a fluke, ladies and gentlemen. That was sensational vision. And Katonibau just looked inside him.
Yeah, the top try scorer, or the top point scorer rather in 2014-15. Tuai is away.
It's Guinea-Bissau. That's leadership, that's vision, that's needing your team to step up at a moment that's pivotal.
So that gives Fiji some breathing space at half-time. They lead Wales by 14-0.
I'll give you one word that's going to be the most important for this second half, and that's possession. Okay? When we've got the ball, we're stretching and they're struggling. Our second man, if we have a mate, must make sure it's secure, eh? Because they're coming round and using their feet, which they're allowed to do. So we clear them, we play the ball. They've got three of their best players about to come on, so they think that we're going to start to burn out of energy. So our kick-off, let's get our shape right, win the ball, we can hit it into Bill or Chassa, and we play from there. If we have conversions in front of the posts, he doesn't need to run all the way there and back, someone else can knock them over, okay? Yeah. 2 more scores, game's done. Set?
So when the chips are down, the inspirational players come to the fore. Sea Kolinisau, Jerry Tuai for Fiji. So they lead 14. We'll lead Wales 14-0 at the break, and it's great to see the Fijian support here, as everywhere we go on the HSBC World Rugby Series circuit, the Fijians are there in numbers. So it's the Fijian captain, Sea Kolinisau, to get the second half underway. Kolinisau closing in on a landmark 1,000 points in his career. Katonimbao breaks the tackle so easily. It's the first try of the second half, the third for the series champions. England didn't allow them to get into their stride, but now they certainly are.
And the message at half-time, one word, quite simple for Ben Ryan: possession. You dominate your restarts like that, you're going to win games. Right in the middle, lovely little death kick. You cannot stop someone as big as Mata being able to dominate a restart and then seemingly get an opportunity to run underneath the posts.
Swap, guys.
Good take.
You got the team on this one. Yeah. Good work, thanks, guys.
Yeah, and Mata takes it back and just brushes aside the tackle. Desperate defence from Wales.
Come off.
Just shows how a death kick doesn't necessarily need to be the highest kick, but just somewhere into space.
Yeah, Viliame Mata missed the Asian leg and the Hong Kong victory, but he's back following surgery to compete for Rio selection.
Back on advantage.
Advantage Wales. Possession isn't clean though, and Rodri Williams takes it into contact. Davis spots a gap. Neat step. Now then, where's the support?
Not hell.
Thomas, former captain, to Lloyd Evans. This looks more promising. Williams again over the 10-meter line. Neat sidestep, Evans. To Benjamin this time.
Extra roll, holding on.
The referee penalising the extra roll on the floor there. Often players try and buy a bit of time, but that's great work by Fiji in defence.
Step from Talinga almost took him away from Rodri Williams. He had been tackled, so he had to release the ball.
We've got some subs now.
Well, it's good to see Wales taking the game to the Fijians. It's been a
number 11,
a tough season for Gareth Williams, the coach, this season and last. They're languishing down there in the 12th position in the standings.
Come on.
Davis to Williams as another goal. Morgan to inject some pace into the attack. Collared there by Nayathul Levu, but he's still going into the Fijian 22. Quick ball is what Adam Thomas was looking for.
And then in here.
Didn't get the decision. Kalenisau. Oh, here they come again. So easy. Sprint downfield, and Vata will get a second. And so often on that, you just need a hint of a gap, a hint of a chance, and they're in the hunt for a score.
Yeah, it's something Ben identified in the last game against England. They needed to convert their possession by getting the big men running the angles, the cut lines, so running back against the grain. If ever you're seeing an attack sweep across the pitch, often best line to run, as we see Mata here picking up the underside. He's running at weak shoulders because players have turned their hips, and Kalenisau hits a lovely outline. The Mata's changed the direction, beats two defenders through the fourth defender, which is just impossible to defend if you run that correctly.
Fiji have made two substitutions here. They've brought on Masivesi Takuwanga and Jared Hayne. We just had somebody come onto the pitch just to make a nuisance of himself, and he's being escorted away. So Fiji 28-0 their lead.
He's lucky one of the Fijians didn't get him.
Yeah. Good take. Just a Veremalua chasing the ball. This is Jared Hayne. He's been getting all the headlines this week. Came in very late yesterday into the squad. Trehan, the Welsh captain, is on, linking with Luke Morgan. This time he does get away, man on man. Trehan just but manages to clear out.
Is it direct into touch? Play on.
Play on, says the referee Bryant, and Wales have men over. Benjamin leaves it for Angus O'Brien. One more pass to do it back inside to Morgan Williams. And he breaks Wales's duck.
Another not so well received try at Twickenham here as we hear a slight bit of booing. Go back to the possession of the ruck. For me, that was the controversial bit. It looked like a little bit of a neck roll, but at the time it was well converted from Wales to push the ball wide, and a great finish with supportive lines down the middle.
Brian strikes the upright.
Luke Morgan beating a couple, keeping his pace, running well. Really impressed me this year. Loses his feet slightly, but as you see here, Luke Trehan just did roll him. I think it was a little bit of a controversial subject, but well converted and good support on the inside. Lovely pass to finish.
Yeah, if Gareth Williams can keep these men together, Rob, you know, there's some good youngsters here. They just need a few tournaments and a little bit of confidence as well.
It's consistency of selection. It's often seen with the Welsh team. Once they play together, they really grow into the team that can be quite competitive.
Hayne. Again, Fiji looking to use the wide open channels, but it's Masivesi Takuwanga. Lovely skills from Fiji. Opening the door for Minoni Nasila. Well, he was denied a try right at the death in the final last weekend in Paris. Great tackle from Belgium to Itangaloa to give Samoa the cap, but those are the skills of Nasila.
It's magic by Fiji. Hayne creating opportunity, keeping the ball alive, lovely little offload. And as the ball gets shifted along, Jerry too wide, bounce step on the inside. Now have a look at this one. Everyone thinks the ball's going right, it goes over his shoulder. What a ball, what a line. This Fiji team just creates some absolute magic.
Some lovely skills from the Fijians.
Tekla!
Evans. Jahan loses the ball
Knocked
forward.
on and in play.
It's Wales against England, the last match of the day, and it's Fiji against Australia, and it's another match that Fiji will need to win if they are to retain that championship and make their way through to the Cup quarterfinals. So Fiji have recovered here following their defeat against England first time out, 31-10. They've regrouped, and really taken the game to Wales here, and they're rounding it off in style with yet another try, and this time for Dakuwanga.
So often you see these Fijian players come off the bench and really impact to add to the quality that's already on the pitch, and Dakuwanga there running hard, running straight, taking men with him.
So the kick from Asea Kolinisau is good, and Fiji have recovered, and they will move on to play Australia for what they hope will be